Mei is definitely the easiest character in the game. You could contest that, but I think Mei is very, very, like, even with her new changes that make her slightly harder, I think she is the easiest character in the game to play. The only people who think Mei is hard are the people who don't know how to do charge inputs. But that is a very small hurdle to get over, you know? It's just something to learn, and just like learning anything in a fighting game, right? Foss goes hard. Foss is mega hard. Foss is hard. I agree. Let's, oh wait, I didn't put pot. I didn't mean to put pot. Oops, I'm gonna put Zato. I was just thinking about my beloved. There we go. Sorry. So Zato's definitely the hardest. Let's see. Second, see, I want to. This is the thing about Kai. Everyone will tell you Kai Kisuke's hard or easy as fuck, but he's a little bit more complicated than you'd think. I would still say he's pretty easy, but I'm gonna put him there for now. Happy Chaos is definitely up there. Happy Chaos is very difficult. Let's just get the hard characters out of the way, then I can order them. I feel like Happy Chaos is definitely up there. Foss is definitely up there for sure. Potemkin's definitely up there. Honestly, Jacko and... Is Ino up there? Ino's... The thing no one gives Ino credit for is how many routes they have to learn. Ino is... That's the thing. People be like, fuck Ino, she just mixes me, she's frustrating. But Ino players have to know so many different mix-ups off of one scenario. And it's pretty insane. I'm gonna put her a tier lower. I'm gonna put her, like, as the hardest fucking middle tier difficulty, but... Okay, let's order these bad boys from hardest to least hard. I would put Faust at the back of hardest tier, or, you know, the whatever. Zato's up here. Zato's definitely most difficult. I'd put Faust in the back there. And then this is, then that means Happy Chaos is right in front of Faust a little bit. Or is he? Which one's hard? Nah, I think Foss is harder than Happy Chaos. Yeah. I think Foss is a little bit harder than Happy Chaos. I'm trying to think. Is that true? Yeah, I would... They're really close. These two are really close, but I'd say Foss is a little bit harder. And then... I'm biased. Does anyone else have input on this? I'm really biased. I want to say Pod, but Jacko is also very difficult. But she's like an easy puppet character, you know? I want to try Ram because I like her the most, but I might want to pick the easiest instead. No, this is my tip to you. If you want to play a fighting game, I tell this to everybody. Play the character you want to play. If you want to play Ram, play her, because the only time you're going to have fun with the game is by playing the character you want to play. Now, it's cool to learn the easiest first if you really don't know, but if you want to play Ram, you will only be happy if you play Ram. Like, you'll learn to love Mei if you want to play Mei. She's hella cute. How could you be mad? But, like, if you want to play Ram, every character is going to be easy. Every character you play is going to be hard if this is your first fighting game, right? Which I'm not sure if it is. But it doesn't matter who you pick. You're going to have a hard time. Fighting games are hard. So just pick the character you want to play, and you'll be good from there. Plus, I'm going to be honest with you, there is a lot more resources for Ram than there is Mei. A lot of Mei players actually drop the character this patch because they think she's not very good. Now, she's still really good, but they picked Mei because they wanted to go, they wanted to be this really oppressive, high damage character, and they kind of took it away. So, in terms of resources, there's more resources on Ram anyway, because people consider her like the best character in the game. But yeah. Honestly, if Pot was in the game, I'd probably have played... I would have played Mei, Ram, or Giovanna. Those are the three I would have played. I usually play female characters, but Pot's just my favorite grappler in any fighting game. And he's so cute. No, I'm just kidding. But I love... Yeah, out of any grappler in any fighting game, Potemkin's my favorite. So this is like the only fighting game where I really play a grappler. Alright, Nagoriyuki I don't know, let me read what you guys said. She has a lot of inputs to throw and drop them quickly, which kind of let me read what you guys said. I ask questions, I don't read them because I'm a shit person. Boss goes hard, and I'm almost done with the next arc of One Piece. Nice, nice, love to hear. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you, Q, I finished Impel Down. You finished Impel Down already? What the fuck have you been doing? You're done with it? I don't want to spoil nothing, but that means... Are you at the bubble island, or are you past the bubble island? God damn. Jacko's much harder because she has tons of links. Jacko has a ton of links and soldier management, which is like huge. And Potemkin is hard because he's just like really fundamentally simple and doesn't cheat the game in the same way other characters go. Well, see, that's not the thing. That's not why I think pot. I think pot in almost every Guilty Gear game would be down here, but in this game in particular, because of all the Kara stuff, it makes him hard. And as someone who does the Kara back Megafish shit daily, that shit is not easy. I don't care. You can ask any professional. You can ask Fab. You can ask Shine. You can ask any professional pot player. It is not easy to do those fucking combos. You pick up Potemkin thinking you're just going to be really easy, like down here. But he is so hard in this version of Guilty Gear. He is the only character in this game that is harder than in previous versions of Guilty Gear. They just, with the Kara stuff, it just makes him so fucking difficult. And I like that. I like, as you've seen from my character picks, I play very difficult characters. Angel and KOF. I'm playing Enchantress and DNF, you know. I enjoy playing complicated characters. It's fun for me. So I like that he's more complicated, to be honest. But I'll put him next. I'll put him below. I almost called her Jam. I'll put her below, whatever. Yeah, the only thing that I have to say why she's harder is because you have to do stuff really fast. Same thing with, like, Happy Chaos. You gotta mash on your stick or your controller really fucking fast. You gotta do that shit super fucking quick, and it has to be timed exactly right. So, it's tough. Own dedicated meter to deal with, which kind of puts her conceptually harder. I say pause the hardest if you are optimal. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that pot is very hard if you do everything optimally and shit. That's what I'm talking about. Put Jack then pot. Jacko doesn't have just frames. Carbag Megafist 2 do. Ramlethal is, in opinion, the easiest character. I don't think so. I think the thing about Ramlethal is that learning her... The hardest thing about Ramlethal isn't her combos, it's her block strings. Having to master those block strings are tough, especially when you fight Potemkin. Because Potemkin can get out of that shit if you don't know like, if you don't time it exactly correct. Now, there's other characters with block strings like Giovanna, but Giovanna, it's kind of force-fed to you. You just have to learn the timing slightly. With Ramlethal, you have to dash forward at the exact time, press the light kick at the exact distance, and stuff like that. People want to lowball a high tier because they hate fighting her, or they dislike how good the character is, but her block string stuff is not easy. And the only reason I knew that is because when I tried to lab Ramlethal, I had to learn her block strings just to lab it. And it took me so fucking long. Like, I was there for 2 hours mastering or having to get the perfect recording for the block string setups multiple times, like in slightly different ways, to make sure it was gapless. So... And like, obviously, it took me 2 hours to do it, so it's not impossible, but it definitely doesn't make her that hard. I don't know why I put her there, though. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't thinking. Okay, I think these are definitely the hardest characters. All right, who's next after? I think these two. I would say Ino's harder than Nagariyuki, but I would put these two the next hardest, to be honest. Ino is very difficult. Then who's after Ino? Milia's definitely up there. Milia's not that easy to play for sure. Also, Gold Lewis is definitely up there in the middle tier for difficulty for sure. Testament? I don't know. Is Testament up there? Huh. Thought it was a matchup chart at first glance. No. Hardest, easy. Nick's not pretty... Yeah. Blood Gauge does make him pretty hard. That's why I put him around here at highest tier. But Ino doesn't have a dash. Smile. Now, I think Ino is very difficult. And if you just watch any Ino lab, you can pretty much see why she's so difficult. She has some really hard fucking optimal... nice guy, though. Love that guy. Let's see. So... These are normal difficulty. They're all pretty fucking hard, to be honest. It's funny it says normal, when in actuality, all these characters are still hard as shit. I don't know. I think Testament's kind of easier, right? They're not simple. I'm gonna put them at the top of easy. Testament's not that complicated. They got some cool air strings this patch, but that's probably like the hardest thing about them is that. Yeah, Testament's not too bad. They got some like weird concepts to figure out at first, but once you get those concepts down, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I'll put Leo here. Soul, I would put Soul in normal. Soul's actually not as easy as people think. Again, it's one of those things that he was top tier, so people just want to like downplay how difficult the character is, but you gotta do Kara stuff with him too. Kara fucking Shoryuken stuff. Yeah, I think what are all the characters with the Kara stuff? It's Pot, Milia, and Soul. Excuse me, sorry. I think those are the 3 characters with Kara stuff, right? Pretty sure. There might be another one. Anji might have something, I don't know. Pot's definitely the hardest Kara stuff, but Soul, Milia's Kara stuff. That shit's easy as fuck. But Soul's got some hard stuff. Ditch this game. Don't fucking understand how to play Soul, so watch some of his VODs. Doesn't seem easy. It was from Snake Eyes. I learned how to fake Garuda PRC Buster. Boss Kara mix. Does it? Well, no. Does he? You can't cancel mix, can you? You can't Kara into it, right? I mean, it is a forward advancing normal. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Baikon's kind of hard. I'm gonna put Baikon at the easy, like the lowest to normal difficulty. Baikon's kind of hard, not gonna lie. I put Anji down here. Anji's not too complicated. The only thing Axel has, and I guess that makes it more sold that Baikon's there too, is that Axel has the Tiger Knee stuff. Tiger Knee's not too complicated. I know they changed it a little bit, so it's different now. But yeah, learning the Tiger Knee stuff might be a little difficult. I don't know. I think Ram is probably easy. I put Ram in easy for sure, but definitely on the higher end. Honestly, I would put... I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put Kai up here. Kai's a lot more complicated than most people give him credit for. We'll rearrange. Let's rearrange this section first, because I didn't do that yet. Let's order them all, then we'll rearrange. I take it back. I would say Axel's pretty fucking easy. Axel's not too complicated at all. Chip's gotta be in the normal difficulty near the high end. Giovanna, I think Giovanna's the second easiest character in the game. I really wish it wasn't so. I know this new patch made her even more complicated. Maybe is Leo easier? I think Giovanna's still super easy to play, and I played Giovanna, you know. She is pretty she's not she has a couple hard things, like her fucking corner side to side combo and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, she's not too bad. I'm trolling. Carl Wild Throw is like the hardest input I've seen. Really? I didn't even know he could do that. Holy, I thought this was a matchup list for Pawn. I was so confused. That not good luck in normal? Yeah. No. This is difficulty. Characters that are hard to play. Okay, so I think unless someone has a good argument, I think I'm gonna order it now. So we got this ordered, obviously. We got this ordered. Now we gotta order normal. Honestly, I think Ino deserves to be there. The Nagoriyuki second. I think Ino is very difficult. I would put... Honestly, this is pretty well ordered already. I'd put Gold Lewis is harder than Milia, personally. Gold Lewis's input. He has that really difficult input that's actually useful to run forward. What is it? Run forward up? I forget what it is, but I know that shit is stupid hard. That shit is a whole nother... It's just like any other one of these hard inputs where it's like you gotta be a character specialist to be able to do it consistently in matches. The like dash forward fucking 8, what is it, 8 4, is it, it's either 8 6 2 or 8 4 2. Whatever the input is. I think it's 842 or 862. Whatever, I don't know. I don't play Gold Lewis. I just know they complain about it a lot, and I tried it in training mode, and it was hard. I did it once out of, like, how many ever tries I tried to do it. Chip's hard as fuck, because you gotta be really perfect. Kind of the same reason with Ramlethal, except for him, you're way faster, and you gotta... Chip's just hard because you gotta make sure everything you do is frame perfect, frame trap perfect, and that shit is not an easy feat. It's easy to do the strings once, but doing it consistently while playing is not very easy. He's definitely easier in this game than other games, but still difficult. Gold Lewis, hard inputs, slow mobility. He's got some long combos too. I don't know. Character you could never see winning a major in this game? On this patch? I don't know. I feel like, again, I don't know much about this patch. Oh, what's going on, Aiden? You're the... Hey, wait, Aiden, you're the Zato player, right? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Aiden. My vote is Anji. Is there a character? You vote Anji? No, Anji's good now. Nah, that's the one I was like, okay, good. Good looks. Or difficult to play a high level. High level. I'm saying when you fully unlock the character. If it was just scrub heavy, I'd put Pot as the easiest character. Pot, I'd say if you rent this game from Blockbuster and you want to beat your friends, you pick Potemkin. He is so easy to play at a scrub level. Potemkin is the by far. If you just want to beat friends who don't know what the fuck they're doing, you pick Pot, you Mega Fist forward, you win games. Yeah. Blockbuster. Yeah, wait, but it still exists some places. Everyone gets my example, that's why I say it. Yeah, if you just want to win, Pot is the easiest character. If you want to get to floor, if you want to get to Celestial, Pot is the easiest character to get to Celestial. I think. Still not easy, but you see what I'm saying. Okay, maybe to get to floor 10. Pot is the easiest character to get to floor 10. But at the very highest level is what we're talking about here to play, to fully unlock your character. I would put Anji as a little easier. Anji's not very hard to play. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would say, I think Anji's easier than Giovanna. This row seems pretty right to me right now. I think I just had to move a couple, but yeah. This row seems pretty accurate. Okay, now, easy. I'm gonna put Axel down a little bit. I think Axel's definitely harder than Leo Whitefang, but... Yeah, you know, I was saying I think Giovanna's the second easiest. I think Anji's probably the second easiest. He's got a couple. The thing about Anji is that he has some of the easiest to get corner-to-corner combos. Yeah, I don't know. He is pretty... I'm trying to think of, like, what technical thing Anji does. The only thing is, like, knowing to time your cancels correctly, but it's kind of a given, not gonna lie. I like that spot. Leo's a little bit harder, especially with the back turn stuff. Axel, because you gotta learn Tiger Knee and zoning and yada yada. His combos aren't... His fucking super combos aren't very easy either. Is Testament... I think, is Testament's either here or here, and I really don't know. I would say Testament's like right. I would say in front of, yeah, I think in the middle. I think Testament's slightly harder than Leo Whitefang, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think that's pretty accurate. Okay. Now these three. We gotta think about these three. Is Kai easier than Axel? Is Kai easier than Axel? That's tough. Is Kai easier than Axel? I don't know. I feel like they're like the exact same difficulty if I had to pick. Both these blonde boys are the same difficulty. The good old days of renting movie and games. Yeah, my friend, he lived 2 blocks from a Blockbusters, which is great for your parents. because his mom bought him the like Blockbuster pass, so you could return and rent out games whenever you wanted for a monthly fee. We would just go. We would rent like, dude, the employees must have hated us. We would go over there and rent like 3 different games in a night, and then, you know, and it was a lot of fun. It's pretty much like you could play any. I could play any game I wanted at his house because we could just walk 2 blocks over to Blockbuster and get something. It was great. I think Testament is hard to optimize their teleport shit, but it's quite average in difficulty. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of putting them in easy, but not the easiest by any means. I think Kai's slightly harder than Testament. I'm gonna put Axel above Kai. At the end of the day, the hardest thing about Kai is just playing his neutral altogether and knowing when to make, how to make stuff safe, where to make stuff safe, and just his block strings and like mix up stuff. Every character has mix. I'm not saying that. It's just Kai. It's very easy to make his stuff not safe. So you have to be good at Kai to actually stay in safe ranges to make stuff safe, like his slide, his flip kick. Flip kick I know is plus. I'm not saying that, but to make it where it's like almost not punishable in terms of frames before you do it. Then his combos are actually kind of hard. They're not the hardest. That's why he's down in easy, but they're not super simple. With his aerial stuff now, with jump D being actually optimal, makes him a little harder. Is Baiken on the border of normal and easy? Yeah. So I think she belongs in. So normal's still. All these characters are difficult. I'm not saying any of these characters are easy, but yeah, I would definitely say that. I don't know. I'm thinking like she's a whole tier above any of these characters in difficulty, so it's perfect that she's here. But there's some room there. There's some room there for sure. There's a big gap between this and this. I know I was wrong with the crossplay thing. It doesn't work when finding. Oh, I knew that. It works after matches, so it disconnect. Oh, I know. It happened to me, and I turned it back on because it was annoying. Yeah, it's stupid. It's definitely a bug. I would say Ramlethal is the hardest easy character. I think I'm Saul. I think this is accurate, guys. Any thoughts? You guys disagree with anything, or you're like, okay, that sounds good, Q. You're probably right. I can see the Kai. People could definitely argue about the Kai thing, saying he's down here. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm only saying that because I know Kai players tell me, and from the looks of it, from me lapping him, it seems that he's harder than people make him out to be. I think this is about right. Still, this is the only thing I don't know. I gotta give it to Jacko just because of how fast you have to do all of her her corner fucking string is so difficult. If it wasn't for that, I'd have to give it to Pop. But that corner string with the minion stamina is so fucking difficult. You have to literally sit there and learn. It takes a whole day to learn that shit. You know? I might put Millie at the top of normal. I don't know. This is my thing. So she is a difficult character. But is she harder than Chip? I don't think so. She has a Kara, but she has the easiest Kara in the game. Right? You just, what is it? You start hair car and then you press another button, right? That's what her car is. I'm pretty sure that was it. I've done it before. I just can't remember the exact inputs, but it's really fucking easy to do. So it's like her car is not very hard. However, she's above Soul because Soul's car is actually difficult. But, and you have to use that during Shoryu stuff. But, actually, you know what? We'll put Soul there. Actually, I'll put it back. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing she does besides like air combos that are that hard, but her air combos aren't that complicated either. If you've ever played Marvel vs. Capcom, it's not going to take you that long to figure out her air strings, you know what I mean? I don't know. There's nothing she does that is hard to do. It's just the reason she's here all together is because she's just a hard character to play, right? Her neutral's kind of hard. Her combos are long. That's the hardest thing about it. Her combos are just really long, and you gotta learn all these resets. That, like, same thing with Ino being here, but Ino has to learn more resets than she does, right? Milia has a lot of cool resets, tricky resets, but they're not hard to perform. You just need to know. They're hard to perform in terms of like doing them perfectly after a knockdown, but they're not hard in terms of like execution wise, you know? So that's why she belongs here. And that's why I think Ino's harder than Nagoriyuki. Because Nagoriyuki, you have a blood gauge to manage, and his combos are long. And it's hard to do some of his optimal stuff, especially with like his jump D stuff. But it's not so bad. I think Ino's routes, dude. If you guys ever watched Daru or any good Ino player, those combos are. I don't know about you guys. Whenever I see a really cool combo, I try to lab it. I try to do it too because you know you want to do cool combos. They're fun. So I might be wrong about a couple things, but I think this is pretty accurate. My opinion, you know, whatever.